That's my runaway plan.
Over the last month, several storm systems blasted through southeast Texas, including a little tornado outbreak on Valentine's Day. These weak tornadoes were buried in heavy horizontal rain and darkness, impossible to see unless they were already messing up your hairdo. I was able to video a few good lightning bolts, but my best capture was from the comfort of my balcony. A couple other nocturnal tornado outbreaks occurred in the Midwest, but I was stuck down here in Texas tying up some loose ends.
I think we're having a little too much fun.
Right now, computer models are suggesting there could be severe weather rolling through the alley next Friday, so I've got about 5 or 6 days to wrap up the worms I've uncanned. Anyway, so here's some of the things I do to prepare for storm season. I upgraded my annual subscription to Radar Scope. I changed the Velcro on the back of my iPhone. And I scrubbed the yellow off my headlights with toothpaste. Now I need to address some camera gear issues. I get a lot of comments from people asking what camera I use. Well, I use about 5 of them depending on what the storm is doing. Everything you see on this channel through 2015 was shot with these Nikons. I found the old suitcase at a thrift store for 15 bucks, filled it with foam and cut it out to custom fit each camera. It provides heavy duty protection and buckles right in. Having several camera bodies covers the arrays of needs, so I don't have to change lenses in action, which helps keep the flying corn plants off your sensors. This is the D7100 I used for shooting HD video, and this is an older D7000 I used for wide-angle stills and 4K time-lapse animations. Both of these cameras could use better glass on them. This is my way outdated D300 with a nice 80 to 200mm 2.8 lens for whenever I forecast poorly and have to shoot tornadoes miles away. And this is my almost obsolete film body. I loved shooting old film cameras, but the art of E6 slide processing is degrading. My last several rolls of precious tornado slides were regretfully ruined by bad chemistry at the lab. The reason I use Nikon is because my mother gave me this Nikon when I was a teenager. After buying a few lenses, you kind of become married or trapped in a way. All the name brand cameras nowadays are incredible compared to what we had to work with less than a decade ago. Hang on. This is a 1936 Gibson L5 and it's about as sweet a guitar as you can play. You might be able to find one this cherry for under $8 grand. This is I don't even know what this is. It was listed for $29 and I talked him down to $25. The Gibson is the sweetest of rides, but cast me on stage in front of 3,000 people with this and I'll get the job done. There will always be somebody with better gear. Ultimately, it's about getting the job done with what you got. Almost dropped that Gibson. In 2016, I upgraded. In 2016, I upgraded to the Sony A7S II. This monster shoots internal 4K and its light sensitivity is witch sorcery. I highly recommend this camera unless you're a storm chaser. If you're moving around a lot or on a bumpy road, you might as well turn this camera off. Check out the ridiculous jello. Focusing this camera on the fly is a nightmare, which is exacerbated by the fact that every time you zoom in or out with this lens, the depth of field changes. You can forget about capturing lightning with this Sony. The rolling shutter ruins lightning captures with partial exposure hell unlike any other camera. In several of my tornado videos, you'll hear me worrying about how hot it is. Wow, it's hot. I'm not talking about the temperature outside. When shooting 4K, this camera overheats and just shuts off.
Whoa, you still rolling, camera? Thank goodness.
So most of my 2016 storm videos start with this and end with this. Said and done, this Sony body, glass, cards, and battery pack set me back about $4,500, so I might be stuck with it a while. If I'm not moving around too much, and if I have time to triple check my focus, this baby churns out some beautiful pictures. I believe the best equipment you can have for storm chasing is philosophical and hopefully handed down by your elders. If we work hard, work smart, make good life choices, and use our powers for good, I think we'll likely do well. This probably applies to all the arts and trades.
Keep America strong. Amen. Keep America strong. You won't have a cigarette, will you?
Hell no, dude. I don't
need
do that shit.
Recently, my website got hacked, so I deleted it and hired a friend to rebuild it from scratch. But we got distracted making vape nados all afternoon, so it'll be another couple weeks before the site is up and rocking again. My last major task to complete before storm season is recreating the inside of a tornado for my next music video. I watched the tornado scene in The Wizard of Oz over and over, and I think I know how they did it. Make a lampshade with gravel and leaves printed on the inside. Add a little cloudy smoke, maybe an old boot and a hat, perhaps a guitar. Don't forget your bass player in his doghouse. Still haven't decided if I'm going to leave in the arm chasing the banana. Now that we've got our tornado, we need some pretty people in a classic car to get hit by it.
How you guys holding up?
Great.
You guys are working your asses off in
I
here.
mean, it's super hard to sit here and
Yeah, I mean.
in a tornado.
Have you ever seen a tornado before?
No.
No.
Do you want
So,
to?
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep asking you.
When are we going, Bob?
I'm making a tornado.
You've
happen.
barred all citizens from your trips, which I think is a good thing. I'm gonna take your picture right now.
Lens cap is on.
What is it?
Bag in position. Are we getting video of the stupid production whatever?
Yes,
Okay, good.
even right now.
Good. Got my diaper that I've been wearing. My daily dose of makeup and stabbed in the eyes with.
That's supposed to open your eyes.
Holy moly, this video is gonna be cooler than the other side of the pillow, and I can't wait to see it completed. The only way I was able to pull this shoot off was due to the generosity of the uber talented crew, who I think used their powers for good. Every year before storm season, I take my car in for a checkup. A tip-top vehicle is vital if you're going to get close to tornadoes. Hey guys, check out who's with me. I just had Scotty Kilmer working on the TIT, and he hooked me up, and hopefully I'm not going to be breaking down in front of tornadoes. What's going on?
Hey, just got my 100 millionth view on the Scotty Kilmer channel.
It's awesome.
So, as people want to know, I actually do fix cars. I'm just making that stuff up. It's real. I give you real advice, and I let people learn how to fix their own cars because I can't fix 100 million cars. It would be beyond me, so I don't care if you take my business away.
Scotty's been working on my car for 20 years. He worked on this car for the last 4 years. He worked on my Toyota 4Runner for 13 years, and prior to that, he worked on my 1968 Mustang. I actually used to chase in a 1968 Mustang. Anyway, today, what did we do? We did a tune-up, we did the brakes.
Yep, and the axle was ripped. We changed the axle out and the rotors.
Well, I have a few questions for you that I think storm chasers would want to know. I have to turn this car off whenever I'm shooting a tornado because the engine vibrating makes the video get a jello effect. What can I do to make sure the starter and the alternator are going out? Because normally they don't show signs that they're going out, they just don't start one day.
Yeah, you can get them, especially the alternators, you can get load tested. I got a machine that does that. Places like AutoZone do that free. And you can have the starter load tested too. But on these Toyotas, starters often just go out. So then you get a big stick and you have somebody turn the key and you beat on it. A lot of times it'll start again. You can drive it a while and then later you can just drive to an auto parts store and change it out. And you're better off getting those all-season tires.
Right on, right on. Okay, I don't even know if I have all-season tires. How long does a Toyota, do you think, would be a reliable chase vehicle?
Well, I got a customer who's got 500,000 miles on one, but he doesn't chase tornadoes.
Right. So you've seen Camrys get 500,000
Oh yeah,
miles.
oh yeah. Change the oil and filter regularly. Don't overheat the engine.
Well, man, thank you so much. Once again, this is Scotty. Check out his YouTube channel. If you want to work on cars, he's the best guy out there. He knows everything there is to know, and he's a straight shooter. He'll tell you if your truck's a stupid buy or not. So,
Yeah, I got a lot of manufacturers mad at me, but I don't care.
thanks again, man.
All right.
Let's see if it was rolling this time.
Oh, yeah.
How's this?
That'll work perfect. Why stand when you can sit?
You gotta love the House of Blues. Check out this backstage, sweet environment. Got 2 more shows, guys, and then I'm free to roam the plains chasing storms. Till next time, friends, happy trails.